I forgot one of my concealers. It's fine. It's fine. Hi, who's ever in here? I'm gonna use my new color pop. This was the haul last Friday where I bought some of this pretty fresh foundation from ColourPop. I'm pretty sure 105 is just going to be my color because I've been using the 105 concealer for any areas on my face, and I haven't noticed like any difference. So like it looks dark in here, but like out in the light it's not looking any different. It's just my lighting because I don't have this light on. Just have the ring light. Oh my gosh, I can talk today. I'm not tired and stressed today. Never. Okay, why does that look so much darker than my concealer? Like I can see it. Maybe the foundation doesn't match the concealer. Maybe they did the whole like a shade lighter on it. And like add some of the 85 neutral in. Let's see if looks that better. However, this is gliding on pretty well. However, is it like a medium maybe? I'll let you know when I'm out in the light, which will be soon. Anybody who comes back in and watches this, yeah, my mom's at the hospital. They have relaxed the rules where once you're inpatient, and I took her yesterday, and she wasn't very cognizant, but she's able to, I guess, answer questions at the ER, so they made me leave, like, once they do that whole call you back the first time, but she had to get in a wheelchair. She could barely walk yesterday, and they diagnosed her with pneumonia and that her labs are crazy, and then they didn't really give me more information, even though I'm the contact, but my brother called, and I guess he knew the right questions asked. I don't know. But severe anemia, severe dehydration, pneumonia, her white blood cells are off the count, off the charts. But she sat in the ER. She's finally taken back at like 1:45, and then or maybe 1:30, or started the process. And she finally got a bed. She didn't have a bed at 10, but then my brother called at like, I guess 2:30, and she finally got a bed in one of the towers, and they allow one visitor a day. My brother told me go ahead and go today. I said you can go. But he told me to go ahead and go, and that he would go tomorrow. But hi Monica, I'm pretty good, just stressed about my mom. So he's gonna go tomorrow. I'm gonna see what's up. I have to be screened in outpatient first. Like my temperature checked, I gotta fill out a paper, all this other mess. And of course, wear a mask. But our state requires masks in any building anyway, really. You're supposed to. Our building or whatever. Thank you. Yeah, it's pneumonia. I know they did the COVID test, so I'm assuming that came back negative. But see, it started off, she got a migraine Sunday and was throwing up. And then I brought her medicine, like she had stopped taking Excedrin migraine. Don't know why, she just did. And so I took her some, what I had, like a bunch, and I asked her the next day if she was feeling better, and she said she was. But then I guess my brother talked to her Tuesday, and she said that she had progressed to the other part of a stomach virus, you know. And then I get a call yesterday at work from my aunts that they're going over there to take her to the hospital. I'm like, what? I know she didn't answer my message yesterday. I mean, we talk most days, but not every day, you know, and I assume, bugger, she's not feeling well. But just, you know, as soon as she's fine, she didn't tell me she had more symptoms or anything like that. And I'm like, what? And it's like, well, because she lives a little farther away, and it's because her husband, my aunt's husband, doesn't have my number, that he called my aunt's saying she probably needs to go to the emergency room or it's really bad or whatnot. And so I leave work, I go back, and my boss is there, and I tell him I need to go. They're talking about taking my mom to the emergency room and going over there to clean her up and all, and it was bad. I've never seen her look like that. She didn't even realize it was Friday, and constant shaking. I had to help her sit up to drink some water. I know. And see, she's never sick like that. I mean, she has some sinus troubles, like, you know, me and everybody else down in Alabama, an allergy, but like never sick like this. Like, I've never seen her like this. Like, I sent a little bit of video to my brother when I got there, and he was like, you don't even need to wait on the ambulance. I was like, I cannot, like, probably take her by myself. One, and she didn't even cleaned up, and oh, and I don't know if, like, maybe when she was vomiting, it, like, kind of went into her lung causing the pneumonia, or because she was so sick and laying down for days that, you know, that caused it to sit in. But yeah. So, the anemia is obviously from both stomach virus, and she barely ate anything the day before yesterday. And she was trying to drink. She was drinking, but she just would not stop shaking. Could barely walk. Had to, like, have leaning, and she kept trying to lean to one side. It's like walking someone really old. Monica, you take care of, like, elder people, right? You know, when they get to that stage, like, right before they're kind of completely dependent on a wheelchair, or, you know, really strongly walker, they kind of want to lean. But right before, I thought that's what she was doing yesterday. So, like, I just had to leave her there, and she finally got out of a room. You can't visit in the ER or nothing. But yeah. So I was like, I know my brother probably wants me to go. He's pouring concrete today. He does that as a side business, like concrete wall pathways and stuff. And he'll probably want to go tomorrow, but works out. I have an ALA meeting tomorrow, so it's American Legion Auxiliary, in case anybody wants to know. So anyway, so yeah, just stressful, good old stress, but I don't know. Yeah, she wasn't even barely cognizant. I had to call her, you know, she actually takes care of a little old lady mostly on the weekends, but also, like, usually a few hours on Fridays, like in the afternoon. And I had to call her boss from her phone and tell her what was going on, and, like, tell her, you know, I've never seen my mom that way. Me and my mom don't get bad sick like that. My brother really doesn't either, but, and we avoid hospitals and doctors like the plague, me more than her. But yeah. So, you know, it's bad when even I'm going, yeah, emergency room. My brother, when he saw the video I sent him, he was like, yeah, don't even worry about cleaning her up, but we had to. Just take her. And I was like, well, it's crazy. And I know I have to wear a mask, but I'm never one of those people that are just going to go like halfway on makeup. But yeah. Yeah. Top of that, I've got to think about my work because I totally forgot all my American Legion auxiliary stuff at work. I need to grab that and get gas before tomorrow and all that other stuff. Yeah. Yeah, hopefully she's more with it, especially with IV. I know the IV would help a lot with what's going on. And I know the anemia and dehydration is part, like, I mean, that's from whatever stomach virus she picked up, because obviously it was more than a migraine, it was a stomach virus. And I just wonder if that led to pneumonia. You know, that's how that happened. Because I saw her. When did I last see her? I didn't really see her when I dropped off the meds Sunday. Like that Friday, and she was fine. She wasn't even sick Friday. A week ago Friday, I'm like, yeah. Hopefully, but she was just really out of it, really shallow breathing, and kind of rapid at the same time yesterday, and she just would not stop shaking. Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. She's laid up. She had been apparently really bad for more than a day, more than just Friday. Hey, come get her, because her husband said like she was talking out of her head on Thursday, but I guess he didn't think to call anybody. Yeah, and plus she kidding. You know how sometimes when you know, cause of it, pneumonia can be when you're vomiting and you aspirate into your lungs a little bit, you know. So, I don't know if that caused that or what. She's always borderline anemic anyway. She used to always have that problem when I was growing up. Not very much. She's bad about actually eating greens and red meat, so. We're taking iron pills. Thought she's taking vitamins, but I don't know. Keep telling her. Vitamins. So, that, can visit her for a while. But I get to get screened with a temperature and fill out a paper and an armband and all that mess. And you use this floss highlight I got in the Allure Beauty box because it was here and I almost forgot I had it. It's pretty. I gotta swing by Walmart. I want to swing by Walmart today. I tend to avoid Walmart like the plague. I know. Crazy. Crazy times. Yeah, it's like crazy. I'm like, I don't even know. It's like, however, my boss, Lord knows where he's had them in stock. He's kind of a bit of a survival nut. Just a little bit. He has a bit of a stockpile of survival stuff. But he had given me at the start of all this like 2 N95 masks, which I hadn't used. So I used one on my mom yesterday. I know. But it's not going to stop. I mean, well, people being stupid. And let's have a big party with all these people. But also, it won't stop until we get that vaccine. It's not like they opened up. You know, they hadn't really had any deaths in Europe, and now they're opening up, and the deaths are starting again. It's like, I don't know. I don't know about this whole, like, they say, like, after 2 weeks you're fine, you can't spread it or anything, but I'm like, but how is it going when y'all been in lockdown so long, and then as soon as you reopen, and y'all been in lockdown where you can't even go outside your home, really, but as soon as you reopen, it's spreading. but it should theoretically be kind of dead if, you know, you say it can only survive so long. And these people have been, you know, just within, you know, their family, but I'm like, I don't know. I think it has a longer, like, lingering rate or something going on than what they think, because I don't know. The math and what they say just doesn't really add up, because if, like, the total lockdown of Spain and stuff where they couldn't go outside at all for a while, but then as soon as they open back up a little bit, it's spreading again. So where's it coming from? I don't know. I don't know. What are they gonna do? Eyeballs. Yeah. It's just that. Because theoretically, if they say, you know, you just have to go in a 2-week quarantine and then you're fine once you test positive, then you're fine, you know, are not capable of spreading it anymore, you know. But then how are all these countries that were completely locked down and they're still not allowing, like, random foreign people in or anything like that were like that, but as soon as they, like, open up a little bit and allow things to change, it's spreading and killing people again. But then I know this little old lady, but I hadn't seen her in months. She's in the American Legion Auxiliary, and she was diagnosed with it back in May, and so she quarantined for 2 weeks and kind of got off of that, and she was fine. She had no symptoms. She was tested because somebody at her church tested positive, and in case that she was fine, and then within a month she's in the hospital with pneumonia and tests positive again. So, and then has, like, a lot of bad symptoms because of, you know, pneumonia and stuff. So I don't know. It's just great. It's just, I don't know. That doesn't make sense at all, you know, to me. Like, I don't know. That's why I kind of worry, because my nephew got diagnosed with it, and he was the only one, but he was really only sick like a day, or he said he was only sick for a day or so, maybe 2. And then after that, he said he felt fine, or way better. If it's gonna come back around and hit him again, because he is immunocompromised. So anyway, I don't know. I'm going into the cherry on top palette. I figured I might as well test this one out. We're going into the shade Sunday. Is he kid? Sir, kid. What? Oh, Tristan's my nephew. He's the one who survived cancer. This is actually his 5th year. My sister-in-law posted it. Like, where they called him cured, I guess. But, you know, you're still immunocompromised. You are all your life considered immunocompromised. He picked it up from my sister-in-law has a younger brother. He's like in his early 20s, and of course thinks he's invincible. And he got it. And of course he hangs out with the older teenagers now, because, you know, he can't. He wouldn't mess with them when they were younger, and he was, you know, more like a teenager, I guess, when they were younger. But now that, you know, late teens and he's in his early 20s. He hangs out with them a lot. But he's been doing stuff he shouldn't be doing. Hanging out, not wearing a mask, all that stuff, because he's in his 20s and invincible. I'm using the BH Cosmetic Cherry on Top palette. This one is vegan. I think vegan. It could have beeswax in it. Anyway, it doesn't have carmine. But the cotton candy one, which is really pretty, has purples and pinks, is not vegan. That one has carmine in it. And I'm using Wild Cherry at the moment. But hey, Kat, how are you? I am pretty good. I'm fixing to go see my mom who's in the hospital. We had to take her to emergency room because she was lethargic, had been vomiting, and the other one all this week, and I know I need to do it more. I figured it's not really going to impact, and I have to do my makeup anyway. But anyway, after spending almost an entire day in the ER, she finally got into an inpatient room, but she has pneumonia, severe anemia, severe dehydration. Her white blood cell counts are off the charts and all that stuff. But I've never seen her so sick as I did yesterday, or like that. She didn't realize it was Friday, and they allow one visitor up here now. But I got to be screened and temperature checked and all that. I know it would be me too. That was the one I was most excited for, because Ulta, it's at Ulta. It was sold out on BH. I don't know if they have it yet, but at Ulta. But I looked at the ingredients, and that one has carmine, which is really rare for BH. Like, I don't know any other palette of theirs that has carmine. They're normally really good about being vegan, but according to Ulta site, it has carmine. Which surprised me on this one, that this one didn't, because this one is reds, but I guess they needed it for purple. Let's make a good purple in that palette. I need to blow out my crease more on this side. But girl, I swatched this palette in a video in my Ulta haul, and oh, it swatched gorgeously. This is the first time I've gotten to mess with it though. However, if you're like on the fence about Jeffree Star, I think this palette is actually a really great dupe for most of the blood sugar. Well, 8 shades of the blood sugar at least. This is what it is. These are all shimmery. But you just don't have your matte white or there's that goldish shade in purple, but like your key mattes that are in that palette are in this palette, and some of the shimmers look to be like they're from the same palette. Oh, it's gorgeous. I'm gonna swatch the shimmers for you. This one's Sweet Juicy Maraschino. That one's shimmer. Oh, that one's gorgeous. And then this one's Black Cherry. Oh, no. No, my mom's in the hospital. Look at that. Gorgeous. I don't remember even, the Weekend Festival palette is gorgeous, but I don't remember it swatching like that. I was using that one for a while. like over a month. Anything that I filmed in the past month, that was pretty much on my eyes. Oh, no, my mom's in the hospital. I was talking about my sister-in-law's brother gave my nephew Tristan COVID. Because my sister-in-law wasn't really letting the kids out of the house much, except for like their uncle. But their uncle's in his early 20s and thinks he's invincible and doesn't need to follow the safety rules. Okay, this one's Sunday, wild cherry, tart, and sprinkles. That. Look at that, that's a mat. Okay, I messed up, like, ignore that, but anyway. So these are all mats, and that's over my hair, so it's not swatching great, but it swatches really good. Look, that is a matte. That is like a true red, and it's matte. Like, that's like a, what's that color between, like a peachy red color? And that's a burgundy. It's like this palette swatch is gorgeous. I hope so too. She was, God, I'd never seen her like that. She doesn't get sick like that. I saw Montclair, we avoid the doctors. Me and my mom both do. Well, I have reached. The last doctor I saw was an idiot. So I kind of just avoid them, and I don't ever get, you know, bad enough where I need to go. It is. And so far the mats are doing really good. Red. But down here they allow one visitor now that she's in. So I'm going to, I kind of want to go in Juicy instead of lightest, so I'm going to go in this one. We just swatched that second shade. And a dry brush, just want to see how it does. Oh, okay. Okay, slight glitter fallout on that. Like, it's just like micro glitter. It's really small, but it is falling. Of course, I didn't tap off my brush too, so totally could be my fault. But I'm hoping she's more aware today, because yesterday, not really. Monica, she didn't realize it was Friday yesterday. She didn't realize that. So, yeah. Okay, that was maraschino, which is this like, kind of like a pinky red. Yeah, it's a pinky red. They're gorgeous dry. Man, if I wanted to really go all out, I'd wet the brush. That is gorgeous. Okay. Look, see, I'm gonna go in that burgundy shade, just sprinkles. See how well applies. Not noticing any patchiness. I have one of my mirrors that magnify and light up in here. It's somewhere. Gotta bring in the rest of my stuff because I went through it and I was getting rid of stuff that was in here. But I needed to take it out to see, and I haven't put it all back. It's really pretty. And I stand by that. I think this could replace the blood sugar for a lot of people. Minus the white mat and stuff. Ooh. Well, I hope I can get those mats off before I go today. Not good. Dude, okay. They stain just a little bit. Just a little bit. At least it's just a makeup wipe. Grab that same one. I used the burgundy and whatever's left, I'm going to drag it under here. Yeah, I still had a good big of that burgundy on my brush. Okay, I'm going to go into Wild Cherry. Meet that burgundy. And I know I'm wearing white after Labor Day, but it is almost 90 and it feels like 93. Or it's like 86 and it feels like 93 outside. I don't care. Like, no. Oh, how are you, Kat? Are the fires near you? Like, ask that. Like, hope you are safe. I went in with Sweet. Okay. Pretty sure I had a new mascara up in here. Which happens a lot. Let's have an old one. I'll use this Thrive one. I did get a new mascara in. That mascara I recently got. I don't think I bought it. I think it came in a box. Much on the level. quickly run this through my brows. And I'm done. I'm not worrying about lipstick because that'll just get all over my mask. So most of my foundation will stay on through mask wearing, but lipstick will not. That, and I don't want to stain my mask. You know that foundation's supposed to be like a pretty fresh. I thought I'd give like, I don't know, it's almost going matte or more matte than I'm used to. I thought it would be more like hydrating. It's supposed to be a hyaluronic hydrating foundation, but it actually looks matte. That's the highlight. Like it does look matte-ish. Like madder than the Physicians formula that I'm using. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look too heavy. Really heavy. It does give like a medium coverage. But I thought it'd be more like almost dewy looking. It's between like being matte, or it's like slightly matte, but still a little natural looking, you know? But still more matte than I'm used to. I don't usually go for matte at all. We'll see how it wears and how it wears under a mask in a minute. It's been a day. It's been a day and a half so far. Like, really. Got some Smashbox. Just finish it off with that. I don't think I have any. Do I have any? Yeah, I do. Say if I had any Urban Decay, I would probably need it in this heat today. Going out. Oh, I am excited though. I found my theme for Halloween. That's good for at least a week, probably 2. So I'm excited. And I found a use for a mini blow dryer that I got through Boxy Lux forever ago. I'm like, I can actually dry things like latex, like really quickly on my face with that little blow dryer. So I'm gonna like use that this year. But man, that is picking up on camera. That is a good palette. Wow. Just dry. That is a gorgeous palette. Now, however, like with the blood sugar, there's a few shades you can take it and make it like almost a nude look or natural look. This palette, yeah, no. You're not going to get away with doing a nude look on it. But yeah. Okay. Oh, thanks, Monica. Yeah, I changed it. Where'd you go? Yeah, 2 weeks. I was like, you know, I'm just gonna change it. It'll be more fitting. I about made like, you know, because you could put like a last name. I was fixing like Nicole paints her face and sometimes cakes or something like that on it. So do paint cakes sometimes. Yeah. When my nieces and nephews actually have something they're really into, I'll do a cake, but really into something. Alright, I think I'm done. ready for mask wearing day on a day that feels like 100 degrees. We're good. But yeah, I'm gonna go see how my mom's doing. They said you can't bring, you're supposed to leave personal belongings in the car, so I guess I have to leave my purse, but I'm gonna bring my phone, probably my ID and stuff. I'm sure they'll ask, and um, whatnot. And yeah, but I guess I can't really bring her anything. Um, Crafty Barbie. Rose? Is that Rose? No? No? Someone changed their name and I don't know who that is. Uh, okay, see, we're good. You don't ever pop up in my feed. I haven't even thought about that. Or maybe I just didn't recognize the name, so I hadn't gone. Yeah, mine's Nicole Paints Her Face now. Hi, girl. Um, yeah. Yeah, and you kind of caught me at the end of this. Uh, but sum up, I'm fixing to go to the hospital because they allow visitors once they're actually out of the ER. My mom, um, we took her yesterday because she had been sick for a few days. I didn't know how bad until I get a call from my aunt because my mom's husband called them to say that she was really bad. She was lethargic and wouldn't eat anything, barely drinking, shaking, not in control. Yeah, but she's diagnosed with pneumonia, severe anemia, severe dehydration, and her white blood cell counts are really bad, like off the chart. So, I'm not sure. She started off with a migraine and vomiting like Sunday, and she thought the vomiting was from the bad migraine. And then I brought her some pills, and she said she was feeling a little bit better, but obviously not. And they got like a bad stomach virus, and I'm not sure if the vomiting led to the pneumonia or she was just laid up in bed too long, and that led to the pneumonia. But they allow one visitor a day, and my brother said, "You go today, I'll go tomorrow." I'm like, okay. So hopefully she's a little bit more cognizant because she could barely walk yesterday. And then even then she's kind of walking on. If you've ever helped like someone older and how they want to lean to the side, when they're on the walker, that kind of, yeah, that was yesterday. So, they kick you out of the ER, but she was supposed to get a bed, and they said there was a hold on beds, but they thought she'd get in by last night, but I called this morning before 10, and she still wasn't in a bed, but I guess my brother called at 2, and she was in a bed, so now we can go visit her. But gotta go through that process of being checked and filling out paper at outpatient, and then go see her, so that's what I'm fixing to go do. Anyway, yeah. Let me get out of here because, Lord knows, yeah. I'm gonna go see how she is and how she's doing. But thank you for stopping by. Sorry we just barely got to chat, but now that I know that your name's changed, I'll be on the lookout for you more. Yeah. And we'll see. Bye, everyone.